Hey there, Rach here. I just wanted to record a wee video for leaders of e-commerce agencies, and it was an interesting conversation I had with an agency owner yesterday around the difference between demanding and commanding authority with your team. For those who don't know me, I'm Rachel Jacobs, founder of Ecommerce Partnerships. I used to run a leading e-commerce agency and now work with e-commerce agencies across the globe to help them scale efficiently and profitably. So back to the topic, it was an interesting conversation because agency owners, particularly ones that are doing sales and also a bit of project management, they are forced to a position where they have to keep everybody happy all of the time, sometimes at the expense of getting shit done. And sometimes agency owners that I speak to can find themselves at the mercy of their clients and their employees. But then there's a very fine line between being too hard to your employees and pushing them out, which I've seen examples of, and being too soft that they walk all over you. And it's that old analogy of, the story of the wind and the sun. Two guys walking on a beach, and the wind said, I can get his coat off quicker, and the sun said, no, I can. And the wind blew and blew and blew, and the guy pulled his coat tighter, and then the sun came out and the coat came straight off. So using that kind of analogy, I just wanted to talk briefly about commanding authority and demanding authority. For those who don't know, I was in the military for a short period of time, which is pretty impressive considering I'm such a pirate. But to use my experience in the military, it's the difference between having a dictator and a general. A general is somebody who's a good leader and somebody who his team will follow him or her into certain death. A dictator is somebody who they're so afraid that they have to follow them, but if they have the opportunity, they're going to run in the other direction. And I think that that's very true when it comes to leadership in an agency. You need to figure out that balance between being somebody to support your team and grow them and get the best out of your team where they respect you, but also so they know that there's boundaries, that they can't fuck with you, they can't cross those lines. It is a bit of a juggling act. A couple of tips on ways to implement that. First and foremost, I would always say, KPIs, put KPIs in place. You should be having regular performance meetings, so whether that's on a monthly or quarterly basis, sitting down with individual team members, figure out what it is that they want to achieve, what they want to get out of their career, and then work towards that. Ultimately, when it comes to leadership, as a leader, it is your responsibility to know where your skills are in your team and which people are best suited to certain tasks. In a nutshell, that's what leadership is. So it's not trying to force, I've worked in many companies where you have leaders, I think that's probably a bit of a stretch, but leaders of the company or people that were higher than me, that basically they just see you as somebody who's got a big back and they can throw a lot of work on you. That's not leadership. Leadership is being able to see the skills in the people that you've hired and then put them to task accordingly. But without it becoming some sort of dictatorship. So if you're running an e-commerce agency, I would definitely say have a think about that. Have a wee think about the difference between commanding and demanding authority and what that looks like for you. On the back of that, I have an agency owner roundtable every 2 weeks. A lot of agency owners get together to discuss topics like this, common mistakes and challenges that e-commerce agency owners face. If that might be of interest, give me a shout. I'll send you the Eventbrite page and you're more than welcome to join. Take it easy. Bye.